We just witnessed one of the most brilliant front office robberies in recent NFL history, and honestly, nobody is talking about it. The Dallas Cowboys just locked down a fringe top 10 running back for pennies on the dollar, proving the entire league wrong about the running back market. If you think the Javonte Williams contract is anything short of an absolute masterclass, you are fundamentally misreading the current state of professional football. Before we expose exactly how Dallas pulled off this incredible heist, smash that like button, share this video with every Cowboys fan you know, and subscribe to the channel so we can hit our next massive milestone together. Look, I know exactly how traumatized this fan base is. Every single time we hear the words, running back contract extension, in Dallas, our minds instantly flash back to the catastrophic deals of the past that completely blew up in our faces. We get cold sweats. We panic. We immediately assume the sky is falling and that our salary cap is doomed for the next half-decade. But you need to put that deep-seated trauma aside right now, because the Javonte Williams extension is a completely different beast. Over the last couple of weeks, we have watched running back money start flowing aggressively again across the league, and the massive deals being handed out by other organizations only solidify one glaring truth: the Cowboys got an absolute steal. Are we seriously still pretending that paying a top-tier running back a fraction of the going rate is a bad move in today's NFL? Because when you actually look at the landscape of the league, front offices are shelling out massive, franchise-altering bags to guys who either haven't consistently proved it or are already on the wrong side of their physical prime. Javonte, meanwhile, just gave us an objectively fantastic, gritty season. After his devastating injury back in 2022, so many critics wrote him off. They confidently said he was permanently washed. They claimed he would never regain that explosive 2021 rookie magic. Yet, he came to Dallas on a cheap prove-it deal, put his head down, did the dirty work, and completely dominated the backfield. We are talking about a brand new 3-year, $24 million total contract. That is an average of just $8 million a year. In the modern, wildly inflated NFL, that is literal couch change for the level of high-end production we are getting on the field. Let's just look at the AFC East for a second, because the astronomical numbers coming out of that division make the Cowboys look like absolute geniuses right now. We just saw Breece Hall secure a massive 3-year, $43.5 million contract with a staggering $29 million of that fully guaranteed. Then you have Achane landing a 4-year deal at $16 million per year, carrying a massive $32 million in guaranteed money. Do the math on that for a second. Javonte Williams' entire contract value, all 3 years combined at $24 million, is literally less than the guaranteed money that Breece Hall just got handed before even stepping on the field for his new deal. Furthermore, Javonte's overall guaranteed money directly matches what Achane is making in just a single season. I am not sitting here blindly trying to argue that Javonte is a strictly better back than Hall or Achane. Those guys are elite, dynamic playmakers. But are they double or triple the financial value of Javonte Williams? Absolutely not. The value differential here is utterly staggering. Dallas essentially secured 80 to 90% of elite tier production for a tiny fraction of the financial risk. And the situation gets significantly better when you dive deep into the actual salary cap hits. Cap hits can be manipulated, we all know this is a numbers game, but what Dallas did here gives them so much incredible roster flexibility. In year 1, Javonte is only costing the Cowboys $3.89 million against the cap. Let that really sink in. $3.89 million. Yes, the number naturally jumps in 2027, but Dallas brilliantly built in 2 void years for 2028 and beyond. What does that mean for us? It means if the front office needs to restructure his deal in the 2027 season to chase a big-name free agent or extend a homegrown star, they have the clear runway to do it. It is a completely team-friendly structure that protects the franchise long-term while properly rewarding a tough player who undoubtedly earned his keep. Let's talk about why he actually earned this money, because the casual disrespect toward Javonte's statistics is getting completely out of hand. Some rival fans act like he was just a lucky passenger in this offense, riding the coattails of the passing game. Nothing could be further from the truth. If you look at the next-gen stats, which specifically attempt to strip away the offensive line play and isolate the running back's pure individual talent, Javonte was an absolute monster in the trenches. Among the 48 eligible running backs who qualified last season, he ranked 10th in total carries, 9th in rushing yards, and an impressive 13th in average yards per carry. He finished 11th in total touchdowns, and you have to keep in mind, he did all of this while missing a game. But here is the specific metric that should have you jumping out of your seat: he was 6th in the entire NFL in yards after contact. That is a pure, unadulterated running back stat. That is not blocking, that is sheer will, physical power, and pure grit. He also ranked 8th in EPA per carry and 10th in rushing success rate. You can easily make a rock-solid, data-driven argument that Javonte Williams was a fringe top 10 running back last season. Question of the day for you guys: grade this Javonte Williams contract from A to F, and let me know your honest thoughts down in the comments right now. Here is exactly where the financial market gets completely flipped on its head. Javonte is producing like a top 10 guy, but right now, he is currently sitting at 17th in total running back money. He is tied for 18th in average annual value, 19th in guaranteed money, and for the 2026 cap hit, he shockingly ranks 29th. He is making significantly less money than veteran guys who are actively declining, like Alvin Kamara. He is making a full $1 million less per year than Ramondre Stevenson, who, quite frankly, I do not believe is a better overall running back period. Even David Montgomery, who is undoubtedly starting to show his age and mileage, is pulling in more cash than Javonte. But the most mind-blowing part of this entire equation is the rookie contracts. Because of where they were drafted under the strict rookie wage scale, premium rookies like Jeremiah Love and Ashton Jeanty are making significantly more money per year than Javonte Williams. Jeremiah Love is currently sitting on a fully guaranteed 4-year, $53 million deal, raking in over $13 million annually. That is the massive opportunity cost that so many analysts completely ignore. When you spend a premium top-tier draft pick on a running back, you are instantly paying them top-tier veteran money before they even take a professional snap. The glaring gap in the cap hit between what Jeremiah Love makes and what Javonte Williams makes is quite literally enough to pay for 2 solid defensive starters. You cannot legally adjust those rookie cap hits, they are firmly locked in by the draft slot. So if you are going to invest hard capital in the running back position, finding a mid-tier, highly productive veteran like Javonte for just $8 million a year is the ultimate market inefficiency. It is the smartest, most cost-effective way to build a sustainable roster. And if you think the deal looks like a bargain right now, just wait until next off-season. The running back market is about to absolutely explode, which is going to push Javonte's contract so far down the financial list he will eventually look like he is playing for free. We have massive, game-changing names due for shiny new deals very soon. Jahmyr Gibbs and Bijan Robinson are going to absolutely shatter Devon Achane's contract when they come off their rookie deals. Jonathan Taylor is nearing the end of his current pact and will demand top dollar. Chase Brown could easily command $10 million to $13 million a year on the open market, and it would not surprise me one bit if he specifically asks for the Javonte deal as his absolute floor. DeAndre Swift's contract is also winding down, and he will likely ask for significantly more than Javonte got. When all these massive financial dominoes inevitably fall, Dallas will be sitting pretty. They aggressively got ahead of the curve. They locked in a highly productive, known commodity before the positional price tag skyrocketed out of control. But if you really want to trigger some serious frustration, let's completely stop talking about running backs for a minute and look at the absolute, unchecked insanity of the wide receiver market. I am dead serious. Getting involved in the mid-tier wide receiver market right now is practically financial suicide for a front office. Javonte is a solid mid-tier starting running back, and I say that with the utmost respect. He is functionally RB15 making mid-tier money. Right now, in today's NFL, there are 42 different wide receivers making more money per year than Javonte Williams. Let me repeat that. 42 wide receivers. And 46 of them have more total guaranteed money locked up. Look at the list of names pulling in these massive bags: Wan'Dale Robinson, Romeo Doubs, Darius Slayton. Dontavian Wicks is a completely fine player, but who would you genuinely rather have on your football team in a vacuum? If you are building a real NFL roster to win tough games in December, you are taking Javonte Williams 10 times out of 10 over Dontavian Wicks. Josh Palmer is making $10 million a year. Tutu Atwell and Diami Brown were seeing similar massive numbers on previous deals. Call me completely crazy, but if I have to allocate $8 million to $10 million of my hard-earned salary cap space, I would infinitely rather be paying a tough, physical, starting running back who touches the football 250 times a season and dictates the pace of the game. I would take that all day over wildly overpaying for wide receiver 35, who you might view as a mid-tier WR2, but who might realistically catch 3 meaningless passes a game. The NFL financial market has become so deeply inefficient, and it completely favors paying smart money to veteran running backs right now. At the end of the day, as long as Javonte stays completely healthy and gives us a season even remotely similar to what we saw last year on the field, this 3-year, $24 million deal is nothing short of a massive highway robbery. Yes, there is always an inherent injury risk with any running back. If he gets hurt, the whole thing blows up in our faces. We all understand that. But based on the cold, hard facts we have in front of us right now, the Dallas Cowboys completely outsmarted the rest of the league. They exploited a deeply broken financial market, secured a vital, bruising piece of their offensive identity, and left themselves more than enough cap space to keep building a legitimate championship contender.